Welcome to this session of Mathematics Primary 1. We are going to start with sets. If somebody asks you, what is a set? What is a set? Let's look at the definition of a set. A set is a collection of well-defined members. A set is a collection of well-defined members. But if you don't say members, you can still have other words like elements. We have like objects. You can say a set is a collection of well-defined elements. It can also be right. Then our first number here, let's look at name the sets. Let's look at naming the sets. How do we name these sets? I have my set here, but if I put this, how do we call this set? This is an empty set. An empty set. But an empty set also has more than one name. You can say a null set, a void set, or an empty set. But we are going to, let me write only one. An empty set. An empty set. And I've said it has three names. You can say empty set, null set, or void set. We have another set here. A set of, but before naming this set, you first count the members, the objects which are inside this set. Let's first count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are four. A set of 4 balls. A set of 4 balls. A set of 4 balls. And here we are going to just see draw. Here we are naming the sets, but here they've told us to draw. Draw the sets. A set of 2 trees. A set of 2 trees. I have here my empty set. I have to put in my 2 trees. Now this is a set of 2 trees. But if they tell you to draw a set of 2 trees and you just draw the trees like this, that's not a set. That's not a set. Let's look at the next number. Form small sets from the big one. Form small sets from the big one. This is our big set, our mother set. Now we are going to form small sets, the subsets from this big set. When you look at this big set, what can you see from the big set? I can see a tree, but how many trees can you see from the 3? I put these 3 trees together. I put them in one set. Now, you have to name this set, this small set which you formed. A set of, we first count the elements inside. 1, 2, 3. A set of 3 trees. First write the number, then we name it. You put the word next. A set of 3 trees. We go back to the mother set and form another small set. What else can you see apart from the trees? An egg. And how many eggs can you see from the big set? 1, 2, 3, 4. They are 4 eggs. We put them in this set. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have to name this set also. A set of 4. A set of 4 eggs. A set of 4 eggs. We put them here. 1 mat. 2 mats. After we name the set, a set of 2 set of 2 marks. Okay? Let's look at another work. Add these numbers. Add these. You have these numbers here. You are supposed to add them. Remember, we talked of the place values. And when we are dealing with place values, we always start from ones, and that is from our right hand. Let me first put the symbols for the place values. After putting the symbols, we draw a line in the middle, separate tens from ones. Then we start with these numbers under the place value of ones, and which numbers are there? That is 4 plus 2. I draw my 4 balls here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. After we put them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I put my number 6 there. After adding under ones, we come to tens. We have 3 plus 1. We draw here 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. After we put them together. 1, 2, 3, 4. I put my number 4. 34 plus 12, we get 46. Still here, we first put the symbols for place values. A line in the middle. Then here, let's just use the counters. You can use the stones or any object. Here, 5. You count your 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus 0. And 0 means nothing. Meaning that 5 plus 0, we are going to get 5. And any number, when you add it to a 0, you get that very number. After we come to tens, still we are going to use straws. I have 1. I get my 1 plus 2. I get more 2. 1, 2. Then I join them to see which answer we're going to get. 1, 2, 3. 1 plus 2, our answer is going to be 3. Now 15 plus 20, our answer is 35. Right? Let's look at another subtopic, which is subtraction. Subtract these numbers. You're going to subtract these numbers. Our first number is 9, take away 6. 9, take away 6. Let's get the counters. 9 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. After getting the 9 counters, we are going to take away 6 from 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Have finished taking away 6 from 9. After we are going to count the remainder. That is 1, 2, 3. Our answer is going to be 3. 9 take away 6, we get 3. Okay? The next example is 7 take away 2. 7 take away 2. Here let's draw the balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After doing the 7, we are going to cross out 2. Or we are going to take away 2. 1, 2. After, we are going to count the remainder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 take away 2. Our answer is going to be 5. Our next number is 85 take away 21. 85 take away 21. This number has more than one place value. And so, we are going to first put the symbols for the place values. Start from ones from our right hand. Ones, tens. After doing that, we draw a line in the middle, separate the place values, and start from 1, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We take away 1. After, let's count the remaining balls. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our answer is 4. Let's come to the 10 inside. We have 8, take away 2. Let's draw 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take away 2. 1, 2. Let's count the remaining balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The answer is 6. Now 8, 5, take away 21, we get 64. And still in subtraction, we have word problems in subtraction. Word problems in subtraction. But when we are dealing with word problems in subtraction, we have the words which we should master, or the words which we can call like the keywords. We have subtract. Wherever I find the word subtract, those words take this sign here, the subtraction sign. We have subtract, difference, take away, minus, remain, or you can say remainder. Those are some of the keywords which can take this sign here. Okay, our first example is 4 boys minus 1 boy equals 4 boys minus 1 boy equals. And before we do that, we have first look for the keyword. What is our keyword here? Well, it is minus. I underline it here. Let me put also its symbol up so that I don't forget. Minus. Now I'm going to write these ones. I'm going to change them into figures. 2 boys. I'm going to write 2 minus 1 boy equals. Then let me draw my boys. 1 boy, 2 boys. These are my 2 boys. They told me to take away what was out 1. When I take away 1, I mean with 1 boy. Then our answer here, since here they had written in words. Oh, sorry. This was 4 boys. 4 boys minus 1 boy equals. Then we draw our 4 boys. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are our 4 boys. 4 boys minus 1 boy. Then we take our cross out 1 boy. After we count the remainder. 1, 2, 3. 4 boys minus 1 boy to give us 3 boys. Then we write here 3 boys. 3 boys. 4 boys minus 1 boy will give us 3 boys. Our next example is 6 take away 2 equals. 6 take away 2 equals. Still, we have first look for the keyword. And our keyword here is going to be take away. It's going to be take away. Let me also put the symbol up for take away. After, I'm going to change these words into figures. 6, I write number 6. Take away 2. I write 2 equals. 6 take away 2 equals. Then I draw for number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I take away 2. 1, 2. Let's see how many of you remained with. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 take away 2. Remain with the 4. I put my 1 before here to make my work look beautiful. Let's look at another subtopic here. We are going to add using a number line. And for you at your home, you can use like your footsteps and draw a line on the floor as you move. Me, I'm going to be moving from here. You can also try it from there. Add using a number line. Add using a number line. And this is what we call a number line. Our first example is 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2. And when we are adding 4 plus 2, we are going first to look at the first number. The first number here is number 4. Now, we are going to move 4 steps from this number line. And we are going to start from 0. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps. Where we stop, you have to put this plus. Plus, don't leave any step. Immediately where you've stopped, you just even touch there. After, you move more steps. This is number 2. We start from where you stopped, more 2 steps. Count 1 step, 2 steps. After, we circle the number down where we've stopped. We put it up. Now, 4 plus 2, our answer is going to be 6. Then let's go to the next one. There is 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2. And we are also going to move steps on this number line. Then when I look at the steps which you are going to move, the first number is number 1. You are going to move 1 step first. From 0, then you move 1 step. Where I've stopped, I put a plus, and I don't skip any step. I move more steps, and that is 2. Count 1 step, 2 steps, then I circle the number down, I put the answer up. 1 plus 2 shall get 3. Okay? Add and fill in. You are going to complete this one. You can call it a puzzle. You can call it like a number game. We are going to complete it like this. As we play from there, and it can be called a puzzle. We have this number, the first box, we have plus 3. We have the next one, we have 2, 4, 6, and 0. Here, they've not given us the answers, but they want us to find the answers. They want us to find the answers as we play this number game. I'm going to start with this one here. Here, this number in the middle is going to cut across. We are going to use it, this one in the middle. We are going to use it on these numbers. We say, we get this one 6 plus 3. We find the answer here. 4 plus 3. We get the answer here. 2 plus 3. We get the answer here. And 0 plus 3. We also find the answer here. Let's write it aside and find the correct answers. Here 6 plus 3 equals dash. We want to find out the answer here. Remember, you see the number in the middle. We are going to be adding it on all these numbers as we are finding the answers. There is 6 plus 3. Let's draw the balls for the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. After, let's join them and see the number which you are going to get and to be our answer here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Our answer here is going to be 9. Now I want to find here which answer are we going to get. If we don't have this, but we said this, we are going to add 4 plus 3 equals 4 plus 3. 4 plus 3. We draw the balls. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Our answer here is going to be 7. Here, we want to find the answer here also. We are going to get 0 plus 3. 0 plus 3. 0 plus 3. Remember we said, any number when you add it to a 0, you get that very number. 0 plus 3, you are going to get this very number, which is 3. But let me draw the balls with whether you are going to get 3 again. 1, 2, 3. Our answer is going to be 3. Here we have 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 equals, let's draw the balls for the numbers. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our answer is here, 5, after I put it up. And that's how we play our number games. Here we have tell the time. Tell the time. Before we look at this, we have here our clock face. Tells the minutes, and then the shorthand tells time in hours. But for us, we are going to consider only 2 hands, the long one and the shorthand. When I look at this clock face here and this one, they can be different. Before I look at this one, when I have this, we look at the long hand. When it points into number 12, it will tell us the exact time, meaning that we are going to consider only the short hand. Now here, if I ask you, what is the time? Just check where the short hand is pointing, it will be the answer. Now I can see this, the long hand pointing into number 12 and the short hand pointing into this number. Now, if I ask what is the time, it is 6 o'clock. We consider the short hand. Then if I turn it like this, still my long hand is pointing into number 12 and the short hand. Then I ask you, what is the time? When you look at this clock face, what is the time? You just check where the short hand is pointing. Now, this time around, it is pointing into number 4. Now, our time is going to be 4 o'clock. One more time, like this. I ask you, what is the time? I consider the short hand. It is pointing into which number? It is number 2. Now it is 2 o'clock. Now let's check this. What is the time? When you check this one here, you just check where the short hand is pointing, then you tell the exact time. Now when I look at my short hand, it is pointing into number 2. Now our answer is going to be, it is 2 o'clock. I just put there number 2. I come to the next one still. I ask you here, what is the time? We just check where the short hand is pointing. Now when I look at the long hand and the short hand, our short hand is pointing into number 8. Our time is going to be 8 o'clock. It is 8 o'clock. Alright? Then let's look at our number 2. They've told us to show the time. Here they've given us the time. Now they want us to show the time on this clock face. When I look at my clock face, we've said if it is telling us the exact time, the long hand is supposed to be pointing into number 12. Now let me first put my long hand. When it is pointing into number 12. After I come to this, they've told me to show 5 o'clock. It means that our short hand is going to point into this number. I put my short hand with the dots to to reach that number. Now I've showed this time, it is 5 o'clock. This is the way how we show it on the clock face. The next one is, it is 9 o'clock. They want us also to show 9 o'clock on the clock face. Let me also first put my long hand when it is pointing into number 12, after I come to this number here which they've told us to show on the clock face. Meaning that my short hand is going to point into this number, number 9. I draw my short hand with the dots when they are pointing into that number 9. Now it is 9 o'clock. Okay, let's look at another work. Make groups of 3. Make groups of 3. Our first example here is 4 threes. They've given us 4 threes. And here I've formed my 4 threes. When I count these threes, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 threes. Now these 4 threes, I'm going to add them to see the answer which is going to be given. Here when I look at these 4 3, I draw my 3 members. My 3 members. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. After I put them together, then I see what does 4 threes mean, or what does 4 threes give. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Meaning that 4 threes will give us 12. Then let's come to the next one. They've told us, they've given us 2 threes is the same as, I've written here my 2 threes. This is 2 threes. 1, 2, 1 3, 2 threes. Then I found my 2 threes also here for this. 1, 2. This time around, let me use doubles. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. After we put them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 threes is the same as 6. Let's look at the next number where they've told us to multiply by 3. Multiply by 3. And here when you are multiplying, you are free to use the word groups, or you can use the word times. They all mean the same. Our first example is 5 times 3. Or you can say 5 groups of 3. 5 groups of 3. Meaning that I'm going to form 5. This first number is for the groups. I count my groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 groups of 3. Meaning that each group is going to be having 3 members. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. After putting in those members, in those groups which you formed, then we count them together, or we put them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now our answer is going to be 15. 5 times 3 will give us 15. Then let's go to the next number. 0 times 3. All 0 groups of 3. Remember, 0 means nothing. And so, any number you multiply it by a 0, our answer will be 0. Even if they give you 100 times 0, you get 0. Because we can't form 0 groups. Here we have 7 times 3. 7 times 3. And we say the first number is for the groups. 7 groups of 3. Now let's form the 7 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the next number is for the items. Let me use the balls here. We can use the sticks. We can use the balls. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. After we put them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Meaning that 7 times 3 or 7 groups of 3 will give us 21. Here we have 1 times 3 or 1 group of 3. I'm going to form 1 group for this number of 3. And our answer is going to be 3. 1 times 3, we get 3. Let's look at another subtopic, counting in tens. Here we are going to be counting in tens. My first number here is 3 tens. 3 tens. Oh, and remember 1 10. Okay, we are going to tie those bundles, those tens. Let me count my tens. Now I'm going to get my 3 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 1 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is another 10, the second 10. Remember, we are looking for 3 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the third 10. Now these are my 3 tens. 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens. It is the same as this. 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens. Now we are going to put these ones together and see which answer are we going to get. Let me first draw them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After we put them together and we see what does 3 tens give us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 3 tens will give us 30. Then here, they want 2 tens. What does 2 tens give us? And here I've written 1 10 plus another 10. These are my 2 tens. Now I want to see, what does 2 tens give us? Now let's also get the 2 tens. First count and get the first 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 1 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is the second 10. Now here I have 2 tens. We are going to put them together. This is one 10 and the second 10. We are going to put them together and see which answer are we going to get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 2 tens is the same as 20, or will give us 20. Then let's see, how are we going to multiply by 10? Multiply by 10. Still, we are going to form those tens. We are going to form the groups. Let's see the first number. 3 times 10 is the same as 3 groups of 10. Now we are going to form 3 groups. 1 group, 2 group, 3 groups of this number, which is number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After we put them together and we see what does 3 times 10 give us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 3 times 10 will give us 30. Then here we have 1 times 10, all one group of 10. The first number is for the groups. Here they've given us 1 group of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 times 10 is the same as 10. Now let's look at fractions. Let's look at fractions. And if somebody asks you, what is a fraction? What is a fraction? We are going to look at those ones and you see what does it mean if they ask you a fraction. And you can say a fraction is a part of a whole. And when I talk of a whole, I mean this. This is a whole. When I talk of a whole, I also mean this. Still, this is a whole. Now we are going to see how are we going to get fractions out of a whole or out of wholes. Here we have naming fractions. Naming fractions. And this one is the same as this. This is a whole, and this fraction is also a whole. Now, if I get my knife, I cut this hole. I cut this hole like this. Now I've got 2 parts. I've got 2 equal parts. Now I also cut this one into 2 equal parts. Now when I cut into 2 equal parts, this is a half and this is a half. When I put them together, they give us 1 whole. Now this is a half and this is a half. Also here, this is a half and this is a half. Let me shade 1 part, 1 half here. Now if I get like this and I type, then this fraction here it is the same as 1 out of 2. And 1 out of 2, we call that fraction a half. Remember here, we had our whole and we cut it into 2 equal parts. our 2 equal parts. Now I'm going to get one part. I also cut it into 2 equal parts. Now we've got 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. I've cut 1. Now this is 1 out of 1 shaded part. 1 part here out of 1, 2, 3. Out of 3 parts. And this fraction, we call it a third. This is a third. Now we've cut this into, it was a whole at first. You had to cut into 2 equal parts. And another part, we've also cut it. Now you want also to cut the remaining a half. Now here we've got 4 parts. 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters, and this last one. Now these ones we call them quarters. I've also cut this one. If I take 1, you're going to say 1 out of 4, and that fraction we call it a quarter. That fraction is called a quarter. Now here, when I look at the next number, they've given us the shaded fractions. They want us to name them to see how many parts are shaded. Here they've said, naming the shaded fractions. Naming the shaded fractions. Now when I look at this one, how many parts are shaded and out of how many parts? Let's first count the shaded parts. 1, 2. I write 2 because since I'm writing a fraction out of, then I count all the parts 1, and you are free to put in the numbers so that you don't forget. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It means that we have 2 shaded parts out of 5 parts. Here our fraction is going to be 2 out of 5. Then here they've given us another shaded, to see the shaded parts, all the shaded fraction. And here, how many parts are shaded? When you look at this, here 1 is just 1 part shaded out of, we count all the parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 out of 4. Then our last one is, let's count the shaded parts first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 parts which are shaded. I first write that number 5. Out of, then I count all the parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 out of 8. Our next number is adding fractions. Adding fractions. Now when you look at these fractions, the first one you have 2 out of 4 plus 1 out of 4. When I look at this number, the numbers down are the same and the numbers up are different. And these numbers up, we call them numerators. These numbers down, we call them the denominators. And in fractions, we don't add the denominators. What we are going to do, since they are the same, we are going to be moving with one number. Let's circle 1, which you are going to be moving with when we are now fractions. Now what you are going to do, you are going to first write these numbers up. 2 plus 1 out of this number which you circled, this one number which you are going to be moving with, out of 4. plus 1 out of 4. We are not going to add other equal signs here. We want to make our work look beautiful. We are going to put them here in the same line like this. Then we add this one. We are going to add only these numbers up. 2 plus 1. Let's go for number 2. 1, 2. Here, 1. After I put them together, 1, 2, 3. Our answer is going to be 3 out of. If you just put 3 and you don't put this number which we are going to be moving with, your answer will not be a fraction and it will not be right. So our answer is going to be 3 out of this number down, out of 4. Our next example is 3 out of 10 plus 4 out of 10. Still we said these numbers which are down are the same. We don't add them. We just move on with 1. Just circle 1, you move with it. Here, write 3, we only add the numbers up, plus 4 out of the number which we've circled, which is our number 10. 3 plus 4 out of 10 equals, we only add the numbers up. We draw for the number 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. After we put them together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When I put this 7, if you just leave 7 like that, that's not a fraction. Put 7 out of this number down. 7 out of 10. Our last number is 1 out of 6 plus 3 out of 6. Still, we move on with one denominator. I circle 1, which I'm going to be moving with. I write 1 plus 3 out of this number, which I've circled one number down, out of 6. It's the same as we add the numbers up. 1, 1, 2, 3. After we put them together, 1, 2, 3, 4. I put 4 out of 6.